Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We have the UI up just in case we get a payment and then I can quickly pay that off. We're sat at Sandhurst Airport, which is the other side of our journey, and the plane we were on towards the end of the last episode is just taxiing out now. So that's the state of play. We have a lot to do today. I'm hoping on the horizon somewhere we see a plane. There are a few pixels in the clouds towards the top middle there. I don't know whether YouTube will pick that up once it's compressed. But there is a plane. I can just about see it there. There we go. You can almost click on it. What's that? 10,000? That's how much it's costing to run a month. Its figures are not going to look great trying to click on that. You got no chance. You did it. It's carrying 8 plastic. Now this one, which is our first one, isn't going to make us the greatest amount of money. Yeah, it's all outgoing. It's not even landed. Oh, look at your money, Grand. Quick, repay it. There we go. We've got more money in there than I thought. 17 million. All right. That's all we've got left of our loan. Hopefully this will be a payday and a half. How are you going to come and land in here? I'm not really keen on these trees, to be fair. We might have a similar issue over there. Do you miss the tree? It might be a good idea to remove that. I mean, it'll be close. I feel like he's going to clip his wing, though. No? No, you're going over the top, are you? Well, alright. No. It makes me uncomfortable, guys. It's going. There we go. Touchdown. Right. Let's see how much this is going to make us. Hopefully a decent amount. How much do we think, guys? Is it going to be a decent... Where are we? I'm trying to find a train. There's a train. A decent ratio between income and running costs. I mean, that's our... pretty much what our trains are doing. There we go. Now, what's the plane going to be like? Goodness me. Where's all this money coming from? Right. What are we going with? 478,000. So, what are we looking at? Okay. Eventually, these are going to be running back as well with the same amount, I would imagine. That's just for 8 goods. Well, plastics in this case. There we go. We've started producing our goods for the return journey, which this guy should possibly take. How quickly our money's going up. That's pretty impressive. Right then, I mean, on that note, should we go over here and just buy a few more of these? How many can we get? 3? I think 3 should do, shouldn't it? Here we go. Our squadron of aircraft are growing larger. Look at all those. Goodness me. We've got a lot of vehicles on there, haven't we? Dear oh dear, that's a lot. 10 is that? 10 aircraft. It's fortunate because these are the only aircraft we have on the map. They're all stacked up together. I'm hoping they do space themselves though eventually. They should do. We're not really concerned with them being all bunched up for a while. And if they have to do a fly around, then that's what they have to do. But the profit that first plane made is suggesting we're on to a winner here. Finances. Yeah, it's a bit skew-whiff at the moment. Once this settles in, I think we're going to be making a lot of money, especially with plastics on the way out and goods on the way in. There we go. 3 more aircraft to our squadron. I am going to call it a squadron. There we go. All our planes coming in at once here. All money. Do you have goods up there? There we go. Is that the first one with goods on? Or is the one... Is this landing or taking off? This one's landing. At least we can tell which way they're going. As the ones heading out are going to have goods and the ones coming in have got plastics. You don't have any, do you? No, this is the first one. Aircraft 1. And they're numbered, so that helps, doesn't it? We don't have much else to do. Oh, I still haven't done this road. Does it slow these down much? No, because they're 25, aren't they, for these anyway? unnecessary hump in there. We'll upgrade that. In fact, we'll probably delete it once we've got the next bit of money in the bank and straighten that out a little bit. Unnecessary. We can connect that road back up as well. How I missed that when we put it in at first, I have no idea. There we go, and it's nice and flat. And then we can just connect this up for the sake of connecting it up, even though we don't need to. But that's tidier, isn't it? There we go. We haven't got straggly roads. We've got this one, which is a road to nowhere at the moment. But that's unnecessary. It technically connects. We could have a road down here. We do have enough money to put a truck garage back in here. Yes, buildings. Get a garage in there. We might as well. You can sit there. I don't know whether we'll use it, but I feel like I'm cheating a little bit by not having it in there. Now then, let's pay that off. Down to 13 million. I thought we took a loan out. I guess we've been paying it off. Or I've been paying it off and I've just been doing it now without paying much attention to it. Subconsciously paying things off. We're going to need some more trucks on here once our first payments come in. These are a bit off, aren't they? Are they over capacity? It's hard to tell because they'll all sit and wait. Goodness me, look at the money coming in. Let's shrink those down. It looks messy. Oh, it was mentioned in the comments that there's a mod to change this so it doesn't include investments in your running totals for the year. But I don't mind having investments in there. It's all part and parcel of a year's expenditure, isn't it? It's always nice to see as well. If you are buying a lot of things, do you break even by the end of the year? Because then you're covering your own expansion then, aren't you? Right, we'll keep paying this then, shall we? I would like to head over here today. Twickenham. I would like to do something with Twickenham. Henley to Twickenham is actually going to be our first passenger run. So, spoilers on that. Why? You would think it would be those two up there. It doesn't really matter where you do it. They'll grow regardless. Saying that, it does help if you start out with a city that has already grown thanks to your deliveries of industry. But for the sake of this, we're going to do everything together. I would like to upgrade the roads. So if they've got smaller buildings in there, which are cheaper when upgrading the roads, to get our tram networks in, that's why we're choosing these two. But before we do that, I would like to start delivering goods to them. And we're already creating slag here. We've got a couple of options. Well, we've got many options for what we could do with it. But this looks good. And how this works is we're going to be delivering slag and getting 2 construction materials from a single slag, which is wonderful. And it's got a production rate of 200. So that's 100. Slag will create 200 construction materials. We could take sand as well and create the same, or we could take marble and stone and create 2 as well. Why it's marble and stone? We do have marble and stone around here, but what I'm hoping to do there is trigger an upgrade just here and get that growing. Now what I might do, if you remember, we mentioned about my solo playthrough, I might change this layout to match that and split this up finally. Because if we're thinking about growing, it's just going to be beneficial if we have a separate coal and iron train. Similar to what we have the other side of the map. I'm just waiting for a bit of money. We will quickly check on our aircraft before we do that. That's our current beast of a train. It's looking very old. I don't mind that though. Eventually we're going to upgrade it, aren't we? Yeah, we've got some serious electric locos on their way very shortly. Money is coming in so fast now. It's amazing. Alright, shall we just take a quick look if any of our planes made the journey back? Is that aircraft 1? Well, there's the first one. This one isn't really going to give us an idea. Well, it should be finances. It should be just this payment in both directions and then these running costs in both directions. So we'll have this ratio for every aircraft, and then you just multiply that for how many aircraft. What we got, 10? So yeah, 10 times that. That's quite the income, isn't it? But early on with our first freight aircraft here, it's a terrible, terrible line rate. I mean, that's the downside to it. Whether the later aircraft and a bigger airport might fix that, and we might be able to keep up with Worthing. It would be cool to continue this on. Whether we have any other aircraft running it or go for big, fancy railroads, I'm not sure yet. I do like the long journey railroads. If we can find a suitable run for it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm sitting here. That's not going to get a payment. Where's 2? Is this 2? Well, there you go. Right. Let's pause it there. I would like to rework this. We may lose our goods. Have you just come in? Yeah, you're just dropping off now. That's actually perfect timing. Right. There we go. He's dropped everything off. I don't know how much this is going to cost, so we're going to do our usual trick. I'm going to take everything out. Money galore to play with. 26.2 million. We're going to be deleting all of this. And we're going to have to move all these around. Now, on my solo playthrough, I went with this side, but given the station's just there, I don't know whether deleting that and moving it down here would be a good idea. It might be better. What sort of heights do we have? This is phase 1, and it's all going to have slag delivery down to our... that's a name and a half. Our construction materials plant down there. Henley on Thames Construction Materials Plant 2. So if we shift this up to 6 meters. We do want to be up because eventually I would like to take the steel down to this tools factory here, because both Luckershall and Twickenham take tools, and we can train some tools back up that way. Maybe at some point find a way to bring something back there, maybe have a terminus, and we can just truck it maybe down to Twickenham. We could possibly have a train. I mean, the steel, depending how much we make, we could drop off machines as well and sort of have a joint consist there, because you're not going to need a full train. It'll be a bit of a bizarre one, but they do need machines. We've got machines up there as well. But it would mean making whatever that is. Silver bars. Silver machines. Impressive. But that's a little ways off. We are up in the air, though. We've got up in the air. Well, we're not up in the air, but we are on a hill. We're at 17 meters here, which isn't too bad thinking about it, because we're going to be empty on the way back, except for the steel train will eventually be full coming up here. And we still have to keep gaining some height here. It's quite a climb, isn't it? 30 odd meters up there. It's about halfway, a little under. So if we went with maybe 15 here, that should be fine, and then we're just climbing gradually. For these two, though, I think we can go with 6 or maybe 7. 7 might be nice. If we went 7 there and 7 there, yeah, I sort of like that. Let's do it. We're going 7 and 7, and then the other one will come down to meet it. We're going to get rid of this, which is going to push the other one back down there. I know, after all the work we did, I'm going to send it right back here so we make the maximum profit. It should not affect our line rates too much. We don't need a long platform for this. We're not going with catenary just yet, because we have no reason to have it. Oh, yeah, you need to be out a little way, don't you? Because we're going to raise up a touch. But let's get our terrain tools. So if we take that part of the hill there, we can draw out where we want that. And we're going up here. We can hug this. That would be kind of nice. I do like that idea. If we can hug that round there. So let's get our building in there. It's not actually that much higher, is it? I would say it's almost perfect. Right, get you in there. we're going to have to rework this. I am going to have this as a terminus because our trains are long enough to not worry about whether it's a terminus or a through station. Because it doesn't matter at this stage of the game where we stop. There we go. That should be all we need there. Which means this is ideal. We don't have to do anything with the buildings. We can just get us a connecting street going down to there. And that should be everything. We're probably a little far away. It's okay. It does leave us a bit of room to expand. Should we need to, in this direction, for the steel train, we'll probably have a third platform for that. Right, so this train is all over the shop now. And now we need to figure out how to connect that as well. Well, first things first, let's delete all this back. All that work we did. This was fun, though, this experiment with double trains. We found out a lot. We're going to get rid of all that cutting, so that's going to save us a bit of money. And we should be able to run straight with this. Our first track we're going to work out. Oh, yeah, no catenary. Should be on a little embankment, and that's our iron line. How we eventually work this, not entirely sure yet. We're going to toy with it. Have a few different layouts, perhaps. We may even bring our first signals in. We're going to scoot around the side here and go past our... that's a marble mine, isn't it? Yeah, past the marble building there. Let's get that nice and close. There's a bit of scenery then, isn't it? Yeah, that will be our coal line. And then we'll be heading off up there for our iron. There, that's the new layout. It's a little tidier. We are going to lose all the goods. I'm not really bothered. Not at this stage of the game. It'll take a little while to get back up to speed. But it has just dropped off a ton of stuff. Right, we're going to just straight up delete this. Because we can't obviously build it and have it in the way as well. Especially if we're having it run down here. They would cross over. I guess I could have made it shorter. Was that 7 meters? Yeah, just there. Right, flatten that to 7 meters around here. I mean, we could go a little bit higher. It doesn't really matter. Right then, buildings. Let's get us... I'm going to go through station on this one, though, because I don't know how much we're expanding. And we're going to be straight in there, aren't we, pretty much? Is that 7 meters? It is. Is that 7 meters? It is. Well, there we go. Don't have to worry at all. I would like to remove the unnecessary buildings out here. Whether we actually ever keep those on, I'm not sure. They just seem like a waste of money in hard mode. Especially when they serve zero purpose, I can see. Maybe they do have a purpose. Possibly have to test that out. Right, so that's in there. We've backed this train up into there, unfortunately. So if we connect this back, just temporarily, we'll get it back on the track, shall we? We should get a refund for that. We're getting rid of this. I think this layout is going to save us a lot of headaches later on. There we go. We're getting refunds for those. Get you back up there. Lovely. So we haven't spent that much money, have we, doing this at all? So do we want to lower this? I don't think we do, because we're empty on the way back, so we're not really going to struggle getting up here. We might as well just go with whatever height this is and be as close as possible. Let's flip you around, see if we get you a nice solid connection there, and we can delete the other buildings we don't need. That's pleasant. 20 meters. Is that what we're going for? Do we have 18? 18, that's a little less. Can we rotate you? Shift M and N to rotate. Nice and fine on the angles. Okay, I think that'll do. Well, we could have had these bigger. I think we'll need them bigger, won't we? Yeah, I should have went with the larger ones here. That's better, though. It does save deleting some of the buildings, though, when you don't go with the bigger station in the menu there. Configure. I'm going to put an extra one on here at the very least. We can adjust it as necessary. There we go. That'll do. Should we put one more on? I mean, we could send it that way. It would be a little bit extra on the payment. Is what we found out. tracks. Can we get a nice 75 all the way down to there? There we go. I mean, it's going to be a grade on the way down. We've got a bit of an embankment there. But we are up on a hill up there. And so we can smooth that off eventually. We've got those stations back. This one, unfortunately, didn't cross over. It's a little bit too far away. Let's get us a shed on there. That way, when we split this train, I'm hoping one half of it will go in there. Manage vehicle. Let's break that. We're going to drop these down. And I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's try and balance the capacities a little bit. There we go, 36. This is going to be the coal train, I think, the new vehicle. So we'll put that slightly higher. There we go. Can we modify that? Does it break? It does not break. Did you go in here? You're beautiful. Right, let's create some new lines. Well, we can just adjust that one. But this needs to be a new line, doesn't it? This is going to be our new coal line. Twickenham coal freight there. There we go. And we'll put this train on Twickenham coal freight. Is that the correct one? Yes. There we go. Train 2 is staying on the ore freight. But what we need to do is make a change to that line. Because we're no longer doing this first bit. We're just doing the last bit there. And we'll need to be on P2 there. I mean, it is a shame that we lost everything. We can flip you around, though. We should still be waiting for full. Nothing else should have changed. On this line, though, we're going to have to do that, aren't we? We're going to have to set us to wait until full. Maximum wait time. We'll have a little bit of a delay, but not too bad. And then at the steel mill, we're going to be unloading our coal there. Right. Should we hit play? Have we got everything sorted here? I think so. We're going to double check this line just in case. We will need more vehicles on here. I'm going to put on what I feel is right. Based on my other setup, it might be slightly different. It's not quite the same layout. So, yes, we may need to do some changes there. Loading iron. Unloading iron. That should be perfect. I'm going to stick... How many wagons? I'm going to go with 4 more on this one. They're going to be sat for eternity. In fact, we'll colour the last ones, the new ones that we purchased. Orange for ore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, we're going for 21 on that one. And on this one, I'm going to go... There's 18. I'm going to go for 24 on that. So that's another 6 on that. And we can colour these ones. A nice coal colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That should be that. 24 and 21. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to hit play. Get rid of that loan. You don't need all that. Repay, repay. There we go. We're only 10 million in debt. That didn't cost us much at all, did it? Oh, yes. We don't need that at the moment. Well, no. I'd like it in a better place anyway. There we go. We'll delete that. Why not? Save a bit of maintenance. What's going to happen is, when we have to buy this train, we will actually place a nice depot on here and maybe start using it as scenery. Our planes flying around up there adds a little bit of atmosphere to the map, doesn't it? This, oh, do you know, it has some goods in it. The only problem I've got with this is if we do set up this line, which I would like to do, we could just shunt all the way down here, couldn't we? We don't need a beefy train doing that, as we're only going to have 100 capacity to deal with. So, yes, whatever our smallest, fastest loco is, so we get maximum payment. This is not looking too bad. They're filling up pretty quickly. Should we do this in one sweeping motion today and get finally some slag going down here? Yeah, I think we've got time, don't we? Where do I want this, and what are the heights we've got? Let's check the heights first before we go do anything. Close that. They do have a bit of goods in there. We've got 11 meters or 9 meters there. I think we're up, aren't we? A little bit up here. Oh, actually, we're not. 6 meters. Right, so this bit's going to be a little bit higher. We're going to be empty on the way back, so yes, we could just have this sit nicely how it is. Alright, I like it. Let's just get us a... This will only need to be a small station, wouldn't it? Goodness me. We might even just go 120 with that. Right, let's borrow some money again. There we go. Smallest little station. We don't need to do anything. We can aim this slightly up that way. Oh, it's already put us on a bit of an embankment, interestingly. No, that's the wrong way round, Grand. You're lower down there. Ignore me. Well, don't ignore me. Learn from my mistake there. I got carried away. Yes, we want this to be matching that up there, which means we're only going to be in a little bit of a trench, doesn't it? We're not far off. So we want about 6 meters here. Should do, shouldn't it? There we go. 6 meters. Is that close enough? That's 5. Went a bit overboard there. I think we can find a 6 on the side here, though, and go from there. There we go. Is that a 6? That's a 6. Perfect. Right, let's get that in there then. It's only a little bit of a ditch, isn't it? There we go. And we'll get our train station sat in there. And then if we go 6 here. There we go. We've got 6 just there. So since we found a 6, we might as well go with it. And then it's just going to be flat all the way. 6 there. And we're pretty much as close as we need to be to make a connection there. Let's get us another building on here. Right, how does that all connect without doing anything fancy? Did I take all the road off? No, I left some of the road in. I misjudged where we were heading there. Right, get rid of that road. We'll put it back in once we're done. This should be spot on, right? And it should be 75 all the way. I like it. Unlikely we're going to get up to 75. It's actually a pleasant little cutting through there, isn't it? I really like that, guys. Yeah, I do like that a lot. If we take this off, yeah, that's really pleasant. I've seen lots of rail lines that look like that. Okay. We're not done, though. We need to connect this up, otherwise nothing's going to work. Do we get a connection on this corner? We do. We get a connection just on that corner there. If we go somewhere like that. That should be all we need as a transfer. They'll be taking the goods out the back there. We'll need as one of these. I don't know how much we're going to need to meet the line rate here. We'll toy with it. Probably we'll try with a tank and 5 gondolas should do us. And we'll be going there. Slag, what colour's that? That's the shades of brown we don't have. We don't have a brown palette, do we? Logistical West? Logistical? Or, yeah, I guess Logistical. Slag freight. There we go. Loughton fuel delivery new. I forgot we did a new layout for that. Okay, right. Let's buy us a train on here. I don't think we're going to go too overboard with this. We could have this a brown colour. Why not? Something different. Brown, and then how many of these did I say? I'm going to take them. Well, you know, leave them on. No, take them off. Let's have them default. It's about the same colour anyway. Can we afford it? Is that perfect? That's close enough, isn't it? Let's get you, and we'll put you on there. But we're going to set up wait until full. There's no need for you to head off just yet. Manage line. Let's get all this set up. No need for you to be running on the lines partially full. Let's load. Is that slag? That's slag. There we go. And then unload. Just there. Beautiful. I think we're good. Are we good? That was a build, wasn't it? Then what we do when we come back, we'll get our trucks delivered. Or should we do that? Do you know what? Guys, we're even going to do that. We should find where in Henley on Thames. And this is going to be our... yeah, we're going to take... I'll tell you what, we're going to take the lot. We're going to do a bit of preparation for future passenger services in Henley. And we need to find a backbone, don't we? And also where our freight and stuff is. That's not going to tell you. Where's our... Yeah, there. Right. Well, they're a bit everywhere, aren't they? So whatever we do. I think I would like this then as the freighty area. Commerce hopefully ends up there. They've really, like, got confused about what they're doing here. They've got no idea what they're doing. So, where's the backbone? I guess we could zigzag through. Wouldn't be too bad. I like the idea of going down there. Yes, so let's prepare us. Our first tram. I'm going to finish off some of their roads for them as well. There we go. We want it to go there. I'm going to go across here. There won't be much in the way of industry left. We are aiming for over here, though. And over there, this is going to be the main road then, coming into the industry. So we'll delete that back, because we want that to be the main road. And this one connecting to it. Now that's going to be going up there. And we'll have our truck stop as close to this as possible for maximum profit. And we're going to be redoing it anyway, so might as well just get the truck stop in and make the road curve to our truck stop at the same height. Let's get that in there. Oh, we've got the new roads already? I thought that was 1925. We're in 1924. I mean, I'll take it. Do we have a connecting point up here? That would kind of be nice. There we go. Just on the edge there. That's all we need, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of perfect if we connect there. Configure this. We'll be coming in... Nope, you've put it on the wrong end. We'll be coming in that way and heading out that way and turning around. We'll have our road continue round. We'll need an access road, won't we? Either side. Streets. Yeah, we haven't got... We've got the fancy roads. We don't have them in here yet. That's all sorts of unbalanced. Right. Let's keep all this nice and flat. We're going to go along the side here. And we're just going to connect that up to there, because why not? Finish it off a little bit. We've gone a little bit skew-whiff there, Grand. What refunds are for. My terrible planning. Ooh, yeah, how we going here? Well, that's going to work, isn't it? Because we can branch off from there. There we go, I like that. Yeah, we can branch in like that. Lovely. That's nice. Right, so where are we dropping off? Oh yeah, you haven't done your roads, Grand. We need to upgrade these. We're going full on. Not down there, though. I'm thinking train station on this corner. And what this is going to be is a tram line going through town. It's going to cost us an absolute fortune as we move buildings around. And then we'll have, I guess, another little bit up here. And we'll have a turnaround or a terminus of some sort down here eventually. We could go off that way, of course. Yes, do you know, that might be better. They do some strange things with their road choices. I'll take it. Yeah, leave you going that way. We'll continue to head off out there. And we'll have, eventually, like, we'll zigzag through town with a tram. And then any more sprawling they decide to do, we'll add us some buses on there. But that's for another episode. Don't need that on there anymore. There. You can see where the path of our tram's going to go. What we need to do, though, is deliver some of these goods. Now, ideally, we don't want to do that on here, do we? I hope I haven't deleted all your buildings. That would be awful. No, we should be good. We should be good. We haven't got much industry at the moment, but we will have. Let's find us a place to drop off our materials. I guess a side street would be ideal. If we can avoid interfering with a tram, would be great. I know we've got residential, but they don't know what we're doing, so we're not going to help them. We're just going to figure it out later on, once everybody's got a better idea of what they're doing. Right, let's get you. This is going to be a nice bright red. We're going to have our first combat delivery, which is Henley. Henley Combats. Combat delivery. There we go. That'll do quite nicely. We're going to wait until full up here. Get you in there and unload at there. That should be good. 5 vehicles. We're going to have flatbeds for this. One will do. We'll just get it moving. It's going to take a while for all that to filter down the line there. But what we can do is when we come back, we can see how everything went. Right, there's your combat delivery. Do we have all of our connections? Let's repay everything we didn't spend. We spent a lot today, guys. Should we get this train out? It should be on the line and ready to go. There we go. Don't need that there. It's got rid of the trees. This is going to be changing, though, quite frequently. So I don't want our depot in the way. Right, guys. I think it's time to hit play. And a good place to end it. We've set up a brand new layout for our steel industry. And we're finally doing something with the products that it's producing. Well, some of it at the very least. Which is the slag. The steel is going to get used eventually. We're going to be heading up there and dropping off some tools. But first things first, I would like to get this part of the leg done. It's going to be a bit tricky to trigger the upgrade for any of the industries yet. It's going to be a bit of a slow start, especially as we destroyed most of Henley, setting that up. 22, that's all we need a rate of, so one truck's probably not far off. Are we getting any slag in here yet? No. Did I set something up wrong? Are you connected? You are. Consumers. Have you got no one yet? Did I miss a connection? Grand, what didn't you do, you Burke? Who was telling me that you didn't set up an actual line into there? Now you're broke. Right, let's make sure we've got some money in there. Goodness me, I almost missed it. Easy to do. Right, get up there. Is that Pleasant Road? It's not bad, is it? There we go. Do we have a connection now? That should now trigger production. Are you going to get goods on there? I bet you're empty now. No, there we go. We should get some. Right, are you going to start loading? Yes? No? Yes? There it goes. I think he got some, right? Yep, it started to load up. It just took a little while. Good to see. We're going to have full trains running that now. Pay some of that off. I'm going to save it then. I don't know what we're going to ride on. Definitely not that. Are these trains? How are they doing? No. We could head the other way on our planes, couldn't we? I'm sure there's a conveyor belt of trains waiting for us up here. Oh, are you just pulling onto the taxiway? Oh, you just got off the taxiway. It's perfect. Quick look. Finances. Oh, so beefy. Look at that. I think these are the ones that were only made one journey. I don't think that... Yeah, they haven't even made it back. What about then... I'll tell you what, guys. What about the line as a whole? So, aircraft. Definitely worth it. I am going to pay that off before I save it. Alright, guys. That was an episode. We got a lot done. And when we come back, we're going to see it all starting to slot together, hopefully. And our coal and iron trains, there we go, taking off, will be on the move again. And should roughly be around where we need them at exactly 400. I enjoyed that as a build today. We've finally got Henley set up to accept con mats. And more to do. We've got lots to do. Twickenham should be next on our list. We're going to start taking steel down the other way once we've got our coal and iron train back up and functional. But there we go. Yes, I'll leave you on board for a little journey. We're heading in the opposite direction towards Worthing. And I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. So until next time, take care.